welcome to the ground control station. Mr. Mike, your 955 is on the bench. That's right, one of my locals. And Mr. Bejorano, your AR 3500 will be up next, sir. So, Mr. Mike, you said it's working fine, but when you hook it up to your V7 equalizer, you get a bunch of squealing. So, what we're going to do, first and foremost, of course, is get this thing on the bench and hooked up and see what it's doing, all right? And then after that, I'm going to hook it up to this V7 equalizer and see if we can't get this thing to cooperate. All right, let's get down to business. All right, man, we got this thing powered up a couple minutes now. And yeah. About a 3.1 watt, almost 3.2 watt carrier. All right, and we'll come back here to the high side. And we got almost a 19 watt carrier. With almost a half a watt of reflect. Let's see some analog reflect real quick. All right, about a half a watt. Let's turn the RF power all the way down. A little under a quarter watt of reflect. Okay, so that's normal. Let's put this back forward. There we go. Throw some modulation up in there real quick before we do a 1 kilohertz tone. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. Looking pretty good. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. Audio. Oh, not bad. Had about 46 watts peak there. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. Audio check. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. All right, so we see a constant 42 watts peak there. All right, now we're gonna put the RF power all the way up and reset my 2-division carrier. All right, 1 kilohertz tone coming up. Not too shabby. Throw some vocals in there real quick. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. Let me take off my trigger delay. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. Mic gain is all the way up. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. Break up, break up. All right, man, this thing is not flat topping. This thing is not pinching at all whatsoever. And on the low side, you had a 3 watt dead key. And on the high side, almost a 19 watt dead key. Let me turn the mic gain all the way down, RF power all the way up. Yeah, damn near 19 watt dead key almost. Brand new bird slugs, 25 watts forward. All right, Mr. Mike, man. Come in here, man, and just change up some things. Very, very minor. Very, very minor things. Okay, instead of having your, 19-watt dead key on the high side of the RF power, we brought that down to about 14. Just to balance things out, man. In case you want to run this at full power, you won't be putting stress on those finals back there, man. 18, 19 watts. It's kind of pushing it. I mean, theoretically, yes, it's pushing it. It's going to heat up those components. And I don't know. Nobody's going to know the difference between 14 watts and 19 watts. The only thing that's going to notice a difference is the actual components itself, okay? I'm staying a little bit cooler, being a little bit more efficient. None of your trap cools are spread. We checked out your final biasing. All's well. This radio receives great. It transmits and modulates great. Yeah, so not much work to do here, man. We did put you a ferrite here on your speaker cable just to help out with some squeal. All right, guys, please, never mind the mess and the dust. I've been super busy, man. I don't even have time to dust, man. But I'm gonna have to. Well, the YL is gonna be on my arse. Now, I want to tap in real quick and tell you guys the importance of ferrite beads, okay? Now, these ferrite beads are on almost every piece of equipment that I own, all right? This is the actual XLR cable from my studio mic to my Zeal, okay? Mix 43 ferrite, input and output cable, mix 43 ferrite. And if you look back in there, there's a mix 43 ferrite on the mic cable. All right, so ferrites work wonders. And also, let me note the fact that when you're dealing with XLR cables, there is two types of cables, balanced and unbalanced. And here, I'm using a balanced setup, okay? Balanced equipment. Balanced equipment, and then you want a balanced XLR cable. It's almost kind of like coax, all right? Like coax, the best coax you want is dual shielded, double shielded coax, of course. So the coax don't interact with shit. It's the same thing. It's the same process, okay? You don't want your mic cable having minimal shielding. You want the best shielding that you can get for a mic cable. So I always recommend the company called Mogami, okay? That's Mogami. Anything less than Mogami cables, yeah, especially unbalanced lines, can cause a lot of issues, all right? Especially when you're trying to amplify the microphone, okay? Which we'll really call a preamp, okay? So the mic is being amped up, okay? And then it goes into the radio. So you want to treat it as if a radio is driving an amplifier, okay? You just want enough modulation to drive this radio's audio circuit, okay? So if you're beefing things up terrible here, it's gonna sound horrible. You're gonna get squealed at the radio. So in just a moment, I'm going to clip in my settings here with a screenshot, just so you can come back or anybody else can use this as a reference. All right, there we go. It's a little bit better for all you blind guys. All right, so you got gain, which as you can see, it's minimal. If you got this jacked up, it's gonna cause you serious feedback issues, okay? So the gain needs to be, I wouldn't take the gain no higher than 10, all right? See 10, just come on over here. A couple notches up more would be 10, 10 dBs. The noise gate here is to eliminate your background noise, all right? So I basically have that barely engaged. Now you would think being all the way up would be more gain on the noise gate, but it's actually backwards, okay? So the more this green line goes down, the more the gate is in effect, all right? Compressor, this is going to help keep all your your words that, you know, when we talk, we all don't talk with the same volume with every word. So the compressor helps to keep everything you say at the same level, if you understand what I'm saying. Now the drive, I wouldn't take this up no more than 20 dBs. All right, I'm about 19 right there. All right, the drive is the actual driven audio that's being input from the radio from the V7 itself. All right, guys. So you can screenshot that, pause it, whatever, drill it in your memory, yada, yada, yada. All right, now we're going to go to EQ settings. These are my EQ settings, guys. All right, Mr. Mike, YouTube. We got this bad boy sitting on my Stryker, man. All right, so we got our monitor, headphones in. If anybody's wondering what kind of jack that is, it's a stereo jack, okay? It turns this mono 3.5 jack into a stereo, okay? So you get sound out of both sides of the headset equally, okay? We are not on a dummy load. We are actually on my antenna system. All right. And as you can tell, it's to my V7 Zeal sound. All right. And my 3D visualizer, which I just had to cut on. All right. So, Starbucks. Don't judge me. All right. So basically, and you can see my mic is live. My mic is definitely picking me up, of course. Audio check, 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 check. We're not even keyed up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit you down right here, and I'm gonna show you how well these damn Strykers can sound with a hi-fi setup. Audio check 1, 2, 3. Here's to the V7 equalizer working on your radio. Mr. Mike, this thing is working just fine. It sounds great. Audio check 1, 2, 3. Audio check 1, 2, 3. Audio check 1, 2, 3. We can add some extra bass up in there. Still no feedback. Audio check 1, 2, 3. This is the reason why I do not use CB microphones anymore. Audio check 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, Mr. Mike. This thing is squared away, man. I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's got some age to it. It's got some abuse to it. There's a lot of knobs that are very loose. None of them were really scratchy or anything like that. Your power cable back here, man, has been pulled in and out so much that that can just become loose. I tightened up the mounts, actually, on the plug itself. But it's just the pins itself. I try to pull them together and make it a little tight, and it's a little bit tighter. I mean, it is what it is. This thing has been put through the test, that's for sure. You can kind of see it cosmetically. Couldn't tell you how long this radio will last you. Couldn't tell you any of that. But it's not in the best of shape whatsoever, unfortunately. But here's your mic gain all the way up, RF power all the way down. Get my 2-division carrier. Two divisions. right, high side of the RF power. Reset my 2-division carrier. 1 kilohertz tone coming up. And you had about 52 watts, true to the tone. All right. RF power all the way down, mic gains all the way up. Let's turn the talk back on. All right, and we're back up in there. Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stock microphone. Stock microphone. Audio check. Stock microphone. Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, man. So we did what we were supposed to do. Audio. Audio. Check, 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 check. Audio. Audio. Check, 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 check. Audio. Audio. Check, 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 check. All right, man. This old V1 is done. She's not in the best shape, man. That's for sure. But use it until you can't use it anymore. That's all I can tell you. It was a used radio when you got it. I know you put some use to it and put it to work. But yeah, man. Just a fun fact here, guys. Stay away from used equipment in this hobby. Yeah, you can come across some nice stuff on occasion. But it's always best to buy brand new. All right, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Mr. Mike, your radio's done. YouTube, high five. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for coming by and dropping comments. I appreciate you. Ground Control 204, Black Ops Technology. And we're gone, 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 gone.